Hello, it's Ashley here from Paper&Twine, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. I'm going to make a little project with you today, and I guess you could say it is a one sheet wonder. I'm using a sheet of 12 by 12 cardstock and embellishing it with papers, and I've made this little folio, and we're going to make one together in a minute. But for this I've used digital papers from the lovely Antonio of Antonio Makes. One of the collections in here I have purchased, I think it is an ephemera collection. I'll link it down below in the description box, but the other papers are all on his website. They're Friday Freebies, and if you subscribe to Antonio's newsletter, every Friday he produces freebies, so excellent value. And I've made this little folio, and it is a sheet, as I say, from a sheet of 12 by 12, and I've just made some pockets for some journaling cards. So this is one of the collections that I've bought and backed with Friday Freebie, I think. This paper inside, I think, is backgrounds. Do you know, also this might actually be from Scrimping Mummy, I'm not sure. I can't remember. I've got a folder of all my digital papers that I've printed off, but I've backed these onto card and just gone around the edge of everything with distress ink in gathered twigs. And I love this image of this family, or this group of people having their lunch outside, playing games, maybe doing all kinds of things. Really lovely family photo, isn't it? And I thought these papers just complemented the aged look so well. And then I've got a double pocket here with a little photo of all these ladies at work. Some kind of, could be a laundry or some kind of, I don't know, fabric textile factory. And then again, this is definitely Scrimping Mummy paper on the back. You could make your own paper for the back if you wanted to, but I was just experimenting in a hurry. And then this again, it's kind of postcard size. I've just rounded the corners with the corner chomper on my envelope punch board. And again, that paper on the back, it just has a really nice aged look to it. And then this, I've shown this image before. I think I did an ATC with these girls on, intent on behaving badly. Yeah, they look like they're about to have fun, don't they? And again, that lovely paper on the back. So again, it's just like a kind of, what do you call it? An example of how you can mix and match different digital creations, or collections I should say. And obviously the beauty of a digital collection is that unless you print loads of it off like I have, it doesn't take up any room. You've got the files there on your computer, on your PC, until you want to print them off. Love this gentleman with his pride and joy, his motor car. And again, the aged paper on the back. And I'm not very good at closures. I need to learn how to do closures. But I've just punched a little hole in here, and my eyelet setter isn't working. I've got a really old-fashioned one, which is like a hammer and a little tool, but it's given up the ghost after all these years. I need to get a proper eyelet setter. And you can see that here the spine has cracked a little bit, but I actually don't mind that. It adds to that aged distress look. And obviously I've used craft card, and this is quite heavy, and I've used some elastic string here. I love this paper that I've used for the cover. I mean, how wonderful is that for a Friday freebie? Absolutely stunning, absolutely stunning. I'm pretty sure that was a Friday freebie. I bought two collections and printed off the Friday freebies, which at the time was something like 28 pages, and I know I've got a couple more pages to print off. So we're going to have a go at making something very similar to this, but I'm going to be using the Peach Tea collection from Prima, which is part of my design team package from the lovely Cheryl Simone Crafts. And I've got various things that I'm going to use and various things that I've already prepped so that I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I can already see them at 5 minutes, so apologies if this turns out to be a really long video. But this is an 8x8 paper pad. If I'd had a 12x12, I could have made the base out of one of the papers probably, but it struck me that this page here was perfect for cutting apart, to make little tags, to make journaling cards, and that was the starting point for the little folio idea really. So for the one that I've showed you using various digital papers, I used craft cardstock. For this I'm going to use white, and I'm cutting my paper down to 10 inches like so. Then I'm going to bring in my hoogie board, my trusty hoogie board that I've had for a very long time, and on the 12-inch side I'm going to score at 4 and 8 like so. And then on the 10-inch side I'm going to score at 6, and this will give us our foldy uppy section if you like. So I'm going to just fold and burnish all of my score lines, and in fact what I'm actually going to, I'm going to fold and burnish my score lines first, I think. And you know, we want this to look kind of shabby chic, so we're not too concerned about neatness or prettiness to some extent. And the little section that I've cut off, the 2 by 12-inch section, I'll be using that to help me create some pockets in a bit. So you can see the kind of premise. We're folding this up and we're folding these bits in. Now, to cut down on the bulk a little bit and make it fold easier, I'm going to just slither off this right hand edge. Okay, so what I then want to do, I'm just going to really burnish those bottom score lines, because what we're going to make is kind of like a double pocket. And what I want to do is just put a little bit of glue on these bits here. I hope everybody is well. I'm filming this on one of my days off. I'm getting back into the swing of filming because I've had a little bit of a downtime for me. There we go. I'm not worrying too much about these pockets here, gluing those bits down, but try not to get glue everywhere, Ashley. I'll just burnish that and then burnish that again. And now that that is kind of joined, as it were, I'm going to just trim that a little bit more, just to get rid of that little bit of excess that was caught over. And then I'm going to just kind of tease this into submission here, because we've got quite a lot of bulk. And I'm just going to trim that little bit there. There we go. On the original I showed you, I'd cut a corner off here, but I don't think I'm going to do that on this one. There we go. And in fact, you know, I don't actually mind that bit sticking out. I might trim it later, but I can see that my glue has come unstuck, so I will just glue that down again. If you were concerned about that, you could use red liner tape. And again, I'm just going to burnish that a little bit there, like so. Now, a lot of the things that I've already pre-cut, I've distressed again with the gathered twigs. But I think that that is a little bit harsh for the white. So I've got a little bit of speckled egg. I'm just going to trim. Where's that bit gone now? It looked like it was sticking out. Yeah, I don't know why that's not sticking down. There we go, that's better. There we go. That's it. Yeah, so I've got my little tool here. And I've got this. I think it's had a bit of tea dye on, but I'm just going to bring in my speckled egg and just lightly ink round. I can always add more later. There we go. So what are you all up to today? What are you making if you're in your craft room? Are you starting all your Christmas crafts yet? I mean, that is going to be on us before we know where we are, isn't it? I should perhaps have inked those edges before I stuck it down. Rookie mistake, but never mind. And these are going to be covered up by papers anyway. Do you know what? I think I might just come back to the inking when I've got my papers on so I can see where I need to go. But I'll just do these creases here. And I'm using a 300 GSM cardstock. Right, we'll come back to that, I think. So, might have to do a bit of trimming, but I've already cut some journaling cards. And this particular page has got this lovely pattern on the back, which is almost like lines that you could write on. So that is a journaling card. I've made a tag, which we shall put some thread through. Another journaling card. I love the colours of this, aren't they just absolutely glorious? Another tag. A mini journaling card, which again has got that lovely background. This is going to be for the front cover. This is a journaling card, and this is a journaling card, this is a journaling card. So is this, so is this, so is this. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. And what I've got here are some little bits of tea dyed paper that I am going to just stick on the back. I'm going to edge these with a little bit of gathered twigs, and I've cut them smaller so you've got a little bit of that pattern paper showing. I've got another little tag here, and this is another piece for the cover. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble all of these things, and I'll come back to you in a minute. I will. So I've had a little pither, and I'll show you what I've done in a minute. I've decided I didn't like the speckled egg. I've kept a little bit of it in there, but I have come in with gathered twigs. It kind of blends with all the peachiness. And it was really horrible when I started filming earlier, but now it's early evening and the sun has come out, and my blind is broken, so I can't get rid of all the sun. But I'm putting together some pockets for my little mini folio, and I've used basically scraps from all the other pages that I've used, and I've tried to keep everything kind of coordinated and not, I say not too busy, but looking at it, it is a bit busier than what I would normally do per se. But I like it. It's a vintage shabby chic vibe going on, I think. And I'm just using, it's roughly a 1-inch circle punch just to put a thumb notch in this pocket here. That's got stuck in there. Never mind. And I'm just going to just ink that little thumb hole there. I've come in with red liner tape for these pockets just for strength's sake. This is 3mm red liner tape. Just bend that little bit of tape back there. And blue might come and make an appearance in a minute. It's about an hour till her tea time, but she's loitering because she's hungry. She's eaten all of her food already, and I'm not going to feed her until tea time. There we go. So you can see here I've got a pocket there, 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 and a pocket there. I've put a little hole in here and we can fold that over. Now I think I will come in with this macrame cord, I think, or shall we use this cream? No, we use this cream silk actually. I've had this many years. I've had this since I was a student, and it's from Patricia Roberts. It was for knitting with, and it is gorgeous, and you don't very often see silk like this to knit with anymore. I'm going to undo quite a good length of it because I want to kind of wrap it round. Let's just cut off there like that, and I'm going to fold it in half, and I might not have done enough actually. I'm going to fold it in half so that the ends meet, and I'm going to thread it through my hole here. I have to say I have thoroughly enjoyed working with this paper pad. The colours and the images are lovely, and the fact that you get so many little elements to play with, I think is absolutely divine. Oh, the cat's being pathetic. Do you think I'm being cruel not feeding her? She's been a greedy guts and eaten all her food early. There we go. So that is secured there now. Shall we have a look and see what we've got to put inside? Might need to embellish a little bit further yet. I don't know. Obviously, I'm not going to embellish inside anymore. And this is what we've got going on that cover. Obviously, if you wanted to, you could put pockets. You could put a pocket on the back here, a tuck spot here, whatever you wanted to do. Yeah, you could definitely put a tuck spot there, but I just think it might make it a little bit too bulky. Adore, right, no. So I have gone ahead and I have put the tea dyed paper or coffee dyed paper on the back of these little journaling cards. I've got 6 of those, all various sizes. Will they fit in there? Yes, they will. And then I've got these little teeny tiny things here. I've got a couple of tags. Let's get my sharper scissors and we'll cut some thread for those. We'll keep it all the same with this. I do wish I could get this again because it's lovely. It's, oh, it would be lovely to knit with. It's kind of like raw silk, you know. Thread that through like so. Obviously, I will leave a link to Cheryl Simone Crafts down below, and I'll try and link these products as well. I know that she has quite a high turnover on her shop, so these products might not be available anymore. And obviously, I will leave a link to Antonio Makes as well and his products. So there we've got that. Now, I've got this journaling card. Have I got another big? Yes, I've got another big journaling card. So I kind of like symmetry. So I'm going to put that one in there. Or do I want it with iced tea? I'll have it with the text peeking up, I think. And then we'll have this one here. They slot in really nicely. Then I'll have my big tag there. And then I think I'll have that there. Shall I have that there? No, I think I'm going to put it in there like so. So we'll just cut a bit more of this. I'm wittering on, yes I am. There we go. And I like to kind of have more than what do you call it? More than one strand of thread. Oh dear, she's really going for it now. And you can see I've not, what's the word I'm looking for? I haven't punched that hole centrally there. But never mind. Never mind. Makes it quirky, doesn't it? And then I just like to tie a knot when I'm threading through because it just secures that thread a little bit. And sometimes you see me thread a bead. I think we'll just trim that there like that. Pop you like so. There we go. So we've got those peeking out. Now, obviously, there are other elements that you could cut out and make into journaling cards. But what have I got? I've got 6 of these. So I think I'm going to put, let's separate them. So we've got a lady. That's upside down. A lady, a sentiment, and a kind of element and an element. We'll put the ladies on the top. We'll just put those in there like so. Lady on the top. And put those in there like so. And then I've got these little diddly bits here. Need a little bit more thread. I'm just going to do a single layer of this, I think, because it's quite a small little tag. Is that the way that I want it? Yes, it is. And obviously you could put little words on this. I might do that at a later date. Oh, I know what we have got we could have a look at actually. I threaded that through the wrong way, but it doesn't really matter. Tie a little knot. I've got the ephemera and I've got the, oh dear, she's having a good go. I mean, it is 3/4 of an hour until her tea time. There we go, that's that. So I've got all my tags and a little thing there, and I've got those there, and I've got those there. So then I close that up and I just wrap that round. And I can secure it at the back like so. I need to learn about different closures. I know there are lots of people that do wonderful little journals, but yes, I need to learn about little closures. And because I haven't used the elastic, I don't want to kind of tie that in a knot. I mean, what I could do also is put something there. Peachy. Shall we put that there like that? Yes, I'm going to just chop that like so. And don't get rid of those. That'll come in for one of my little, you know, wasted little bits of waste paper card. And we'll just pop that on there. Can you hear her having a go? Yes, that's what I was going to look at, was the ephemera actually, but there we go. We'll stick that there like that. and then perhaps we'll put a flower on. Oh, actually, some of this ephemera will look quite nice inside, I think, on those bottom pockets, just to add another little bit of interest. Maybe I just do it on the centre pocket, because they are quite busy already. Right. Life is sweet with you by my side. Not quite right. Such a beautiful day. Want something smallish. Oh, what is this? Compagnie Française, French. Should we put that there like that? What do you think? Or is it too much? No, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So we've used a little bit of everything from the collection that Cheryl Simone sent me. We'll just use a little bit of this glue. And then I think we'll put a couple of flowers on the front. There we go, like so. And it picks up in some of this paper behind here has got those little butterflies on that are rather lovely. So let's just do this up again in some kind of fashion. Just tuck that behind. I guess I could kind of put a button closure or something, couldn't I? There we go. That is that. And then do we want to add a flower? No, I'm not going to, because it'll get damaged. So we'll save the flowers for another day. Now, if you're still here, and I doubt anybody is, I will send you my Antonio Makes folio. If you can comment down below which of these is your favourite. Doesn't have to be this one. No, actually, I'll tell you what we'll do. Comment down below which is your favourite, and I will send that to a lucky winner, which I will draw for in a couple of weeks' time. So that's me. I've whittled on loads and loads. I'm going to go and feed the cat, put her out of her misery before you all call the RSPCA on me. And I will be back. Oh, do you know, I'll be back tomorrow. It's prompt 6 of #PT Tag Club. Love it if you joined in. Let's just move all of this stuff out of the way and have one last final look at these little mini folios, the basis of which uses less than a sheet of 12 by 12. Take care, everybody. I'll be back soon. As I've said, I'll be back tomorrow. Bye now.